Hey everyone, I'm Everton Zaquini, and today I'm going to show you how to add a different flavor on your solos, superimposing the pentatonics. Get your guitar and let's practice it with me. To start off, let's understand what superimposition is. Basically, superimposition is when you use a pentatonic or arpeggio from a chord over another chord. For example, if you have C major, you use the pentatonic of D major over the C major chord. Or E major, if you use F sharp major pentatonic over a E major chord, or it can be also an arpeggio. You got a F major arpeggio over E major. So I have E major, I have my open string here, and I can use the E major pentatonic. But I can also use F sharp major over this chord. Then, when I use F sharp major pentatonic over E, I will get a different intervals of this chord, and for example in this case I will get a Lydian sound. Basically that's the idea of superimposing. If you have a C and you apply a D major triad over the C, what happens is that you're playing at different intervals from C, so it's like you're extending the chord, okay? C, I have 1, 3, 5, my triad here, C, E, G, but if I play a D triad here as an arpeggio, I have the notes D, F sharp, the major third, and the fifth, which is A. Now, when I get this triad of D over C, what I have here is different intervals from C. I have the D, which is the second, or the 9. I have the F sharp, which is the augmented fourth, or augmented 11. And also A, which is the 6th. So when I play D major over C, I'm just playing the intervals from the C chord, but the second, the fourth, and also the 6th. Now when we add the pentatonic, when I play this pentatonic here of C major, I have the notes C, D, E, G, A, and C again. Now, if I play D major pentatonic, I have the notes D, E, F sharp, A, B, and D. Okay? Now, these notes from the D pentatonic over C major, I have these intervals over C. I have the second, or the 9, the major third, which is E, then I have F sharp, which is the augmented fourth, and then I have A, which is the 6th, major 7th, which is B, and D the second again. And I have some characteristic notes from the Lydian mode. That's how we superimpose pentatonics. What you need to do, you think, for example, C, and a nice way to add a different flavor over your improvisation. Instead of just play C major, you play D major pentatonic over this part and have a different sound. Now, when you do this, you add a different flavor, and many times you can also sound a little bit more modal. You can use this over modes, or if you're playing a tonal song, but you do this approach, you change a little bit the sound of a tonal song as well. You give different notes, different intervals, and some interesting sounds as well. Now I will play a C chord here, alright, and I will play the pentatonics over this chord. I use basically two patterns. I will get the first pattern here. Okay, this is the first pattern of the minor pentatonic. I will play C and I will play D. Then I will change, I will keep using C major, but now I got this pattern that very common, lots of people learn this pattern, the minor relative, A minor pentatonic here. You can use this one as well, okay? But then our root note is C. So now it's the fifth pattern of C with the root note on the string 6. So if you know the pentatonic, the minor pentatonic, this shape of A minor, you can practice over a C major chord using this pattern, and you can use also the minor relative of D, which is B minor. Get this minor pentatonic here. If you know the minor pentatonic of A minor, play it one whole step above. Same pattern. Okay, A minor will be to over C, so we have the minor relative, it's C major as well, and the B minor is the same pattern that we use on D major, so you can use both patterns. Let's see how it sounds, how we can use the pentatonic. There you go, that's the sound when I'm using just pentatonics, and it is sometimes very easy. You just get one pentatonic, move one whole step, and you have the next pattern with a different flavor, alright? You can use, sometimes it will sound really nice, just be careful if you use all the time. Sometimes, depending on the key that you're playing, won't sound that good, but you can use this for major chords, and I will also give an example in a minor chord in a second. Before, remember to hit the like. So this way, you help this video reach more people. The like is very important because of the algorithm to this video reach more people. That's the way that works. So if you're liking this video, it's been helpful to you, please leave your like. Now let's see in a minor key, and usually when I'm playing these pentatonics and I'm moving between them, I won't use just one. Sometimes I will get just the beginning of one pentatonic and then move to the other one and come back. The safe way, you can get the main pentatonic from your key, play it one whole step above, and then you get back to finish. That's a safe one because you finish on the main note, okay? Because these pentatonics, many times we won't have the root note, right? So if you don't have the root note, come back to the first pattern, then come back to the original key, and then you finish your phrases. Let's see in a minor one, let's get E minor here, okay? Now, let's give a little bit more modal flavor on this one. I've got a backing track here where I have E minor and A7. This is a Dorian backing track, okay? I'm gonna use here the first pattern of E minor with the root note here on string 6, okay? And F sharp minor, let's get one whole step above as well. Now, when I apply this F sharp minor pentatonic over A minor, we're gonna get the intervals of E minor, the second, F sharp, A the fourth, B will be the fifth, then I have here C sharp, okay, right? That's the characteristic note from the Dorian sound, so the sixth, so it's not a minor sixth, it's a major sixth. And then here I have the root note E and then F sharp. So that's the intervals that I have over this E. You have other pentatonics as well that you can apply. For example, over E minor, if you're playing E minor Aeolian, the A minor pentatonic will sound really nice because you have the intervals from the Aeolian. So think about how you can find the pentatonics and superimpose over different chords. That's the idea of superimposition, and it works also to arpeggios. So what I'm gonna do, get a backing track, and I will play these two patterns, and then you can practice as well. Find on YouTube backing tracks E minor Dorian, and sometimes E minor Aeolian, that you can apply this approach. If you're playing E minor Aeolian, just remember, don't apply all the time because you will lose that element, which is the surprise. So play E minor most time, and sometimes you give a different flavor using this approach with superimposing pentatonics. Let's see how it sounds. Alright, now notice how I play these scales when I'm improvising. I use here, right, E minor, then when I play F sharp minor, and then I come back. That's the idea, that's what I was mentioned before for you to use. If you just get this pentatonic and stay on the F sharp, for example, it's a good practice if you play in a backing track for a long time for you start to get used to the sound. But when you're improvising, the idea is that you just go sometimes over this pentatonic to get a different element when you're playing. So what I like to do, for example, is to get sometimes the same phrase and I play here. I can blend those two pentatonics. So I can use the same fingering. Little melodic pattern, right? Now the next one, come back. Alright, and when I finished, I always will be aiming for the root note to get the key, okay? So I will blend those two pentatonics and come back. So you can practice just in one, then get the second one, come back. Now I add some blue notes here, but if you can get just the pentatonic, alright? I like to do this, I like to blend them, get one and get the next one. It sounds really nice, give a different flavor, sounds interesting as well. I will play one more time, now a little bit more throughout the fretboard using different patterns, different ideas that I can apply using this concept of superimposing. I can use some arpeggios as well, but the idea here that I wanted to show you today is that how you can start to use superimposing. You don't need to get all the pentatonics, everything. Start just with one, get this idea that you have the main key, and then apply the same pentatonic, same pattern, just one whole step above. So if you're playing the minor pentatonic on fret 5, get on fret 7 the next one. If you're playing E minor on fret 12, just on fret 14, same shape. That's for you to start, okay? If you're more advanced, then the idea is that you can visualize and find other ideas of pentatonic that you can apply. Now, if you're not subscribed to the channel, want to support this channel, remember to subscribe and also ring the bell for you to get the lessons that I'm posting every week. There are lessons about so many things. You can get your guitar, practice, and have fun. I'll improvise, check the improvise one I will be using throughout the fretboard, and then I'll see you on the next lesson. Have fun practicing. Thanks for watching. See you next time.